Hello, time for Lunchtime Live. Anybody out there? Today, we're out on the trail and we're going to talk about darkling beetles. I'm going to wait and see if anybody's here first. It might be a little bit early. Nope, 12 o'clock. Okay, everybody give me the thumbs up if you're there and you can hear me. Hi, Anne. Okay, Anne can hear me. All right, it might just be you and me, Anne. I'm not sure. Today we're going to talk about darkling beetles, and the really exciting thing is, hi Joyce, for once I actually have a darkling beetle. Most of the time we talk about a species and we can't find it to show you guys, so we just have to show you pictures. But today I have the real thing. Hi Joe. Okay, so I'm going to get started. Today we're talking about darkling beetles. Their full name is darkling or California broad-necked darkling beetles. And their genus and species is Eleodes acuticata, and they are in the family Tenebrioidae. And this is a super family with like 20,000 different species. So I kind of had a time figuring out exactly which one was here. The common name is darkling beetle or mealworm beetle because in their larva stage they are a mealworm. And some people call them stink bugs. Hold on a second. So some people call them stink bugs. They're not a true stink bug, but there's a reason why they're called that. They are a species of stink beetle, desert stink beetle. So they live in dry scrub areas just like this. And I'm going to step aside. You probably have seen them walking on the trail. And they're pretty common. So I'm going to show you a picture first. Okay, this is the darkling beetle. And if you look closely, you'll see that they have six legs. And their legs have spines present. And they have golden hairs on the underside of their legs. And their antenna, which is here, is very knobby. Okay, and you see they have the three body parts. This is called, their wings are called electra, and on this beetle it doesn't fly because the wings are sealed. You can see kind of a seam, but their wings are sealed, so they don't fly. And it comes to a point at the end. They're black in color, kinda, I can't decide if that would be a dull black or a shiny black. And they're about 1 inch to 1.5 inches. They're not designed for combat. And in this picture, this one seems to be a little bit dented. Their bodies aren't that great of armor. Just about everything eats them. Lizards, snakes, rodents, spiders, coyotes. And then, of course, we step on them on the trail if we're not paying attention. They have one sort of defense against predators, and that is to stand on their head and let out a stinky bad smell called a quinone to discourage their predators. Now, these beetles experience a complete metamorphosis, which means there's 4 stages: egg, larva, pupa, and adult. And the amount of time in each stage varies due to, environmental factors like temperature, humidity, or how much food they find. The eggs are white, and the female just deposits them right on the trail. Once they become larvae, the mealworms, they take shelter and feed on things for several months before they crawl back into the ground and pupate. Now, they molt 9 to 20 times before they ever develop into an adult. And this is a little fact that amazed me. They live to be 10 years old. I mean, they probably never do, but this is a bug that lives to be 10. What they do with their lives is they are scavengers and decomposers. So they eat dead leaves and rotting wood, and they also eat living food like, fruit, berries, seeds, living plants. And they don't need water at all. They produce water internally, and they fabricate it from other molecules. So they don't need any external water to survive. That's why some people, apparently when I was researching these, some people keep them as pets because they're so easy to feed, and because they eat so many different things. They live a long time, and you don't have to worry about water. And they just like sand and things to hide under, although I would not recommend keeping one. They can be an agricultural pest if they get into livestock feed or, the grain. You may have seen the mealworms sold at stores. They sell it for lizards and I think maybe even birds, but it's sold, larva is sold in the pet stores. And for that matter, mealworms are very high in protein, and if you ever went to 6th grade camp, your counselor might have taken you on a hike and found mealworms eating a rotting log and asked you to eat them. I've eaten them. It's disgusting, but I guess they are high in protein. Let's see, what else do I know? Our reserve manager said that when he grew up, they actually had a dance they called them stink bugs, which they are not really, but they had a stink bug dance, and we tried to get him to do it. He said it was kind of like twerking, but he refused. So we won't get to see that today. Oh, Lorena says she's eaten them in cookies. Maybe they made cookies at your camp, but at mine they just, picked them out of the log and we ate them. So that's about it on my information about them, but let me show you the real thing. I found it this morning. Thought for sure it was going to be another lunchtime live with no actual species, but I found one. And here it is. Okay, sadly, he may not look black anymore because of the sand, but I don't know how much you can see. There's that 6 legs, those 3 body parts, antennas, and you can see the size. It's about 1.5 inches. We don't have a good enough camera to show you the hair. In fact, I can't see it. You'd need a magnifying glass. But that is a darkling beetle. So when you're out on the trail and you see one, try to not step on it because it could live to be 10. So I'm just going to let this go here on the trail. and hope for the best. Okay, everybody. Oh, Lorena says it went off the screen. Let me get my face out of here. Can you see it? This way? Okay, I can see it now. He's quieted down. He's got a very pointed tail. Let me see if I can make him show how he stinks. Hey, hey, will you do your stink thing? Come on, do a stink thing. He doesn't want to. Come on, do your stink thing. Come on. Oh, well, he's not going to stink. He's gonna just crawl. There he is, crawling. Well, they stick their tails up in the air. You'll see him do it on the trail, but I think he's used to me bothering him, so he's not gonna do it. All right, Mr. or Mrs. Okay, he's gone. Well, thank you guys. That's it. See you next week.